that will wrap up the game. The Raptors lose big here, 124-113. Scoreline, I think, rather flatters the Raptors a tad and really measures your skill set against a pretty much healthy Clippers team. And the three big problems with this Raptors team come alive again. Stick around for this post-game show as I'll tell you exactly what those are and where the Raptors can go going forward. All right, so the Raptors, off those two wins, they beat the Cavaliers very impressively. They beat the New York Knicks, not as impressively, but Siakam, very impressive in that Knicks game, of course, the 52 points. And another big night for Siakam, who started the game 2 of 12 from the field, ended it 13 for 24. So Siakam, in the second half, shoots 11 for 12, outstandingly. But overall, point output, not bad. Like, you can see the Raptors winning games on 113 totals. It's the allowing 124 that is the problem here, as the Clippers just completely dismantle you throughout this game. So it's going to be a little bit of a test here for the Raptors 100% in terms of their ability to match up with the Clippers team. John Wall was not playing, but still the Raptors were favored by 3.5 points going into this game. The Clippers had a grueling overtime game yesterday against the Detroit Pistons. So maybe, Kawhi didn't play that one, but maybe you felt like, you're at home, Raptors getting some momentum. Clippers, second night of back-to-back, a good opportunity to win a game. But, oh man, did the Los Angeles Clippers destroy the Raptors in the second half. First half was nice. The Raptors, it was a back-and-forth game, lots of changes in the lead, and the Raptors down 60-56 at half. Well in the game, just needed to clean up a little bit defensively, as the amount of three-pointers getting hit by the Clippers was a bit of a problem for Toronto. Well, that problem only heightened itself in the second half. And as the Clippers just started hitting more of their three-pointers, the Raptors dried up completely in the second half from a three-point shooting standpoint. One measly three-pointer made in the second half on 8 attempts. And the Clippers, the Clippers just demolished the Raptors in that category. And that was only part of the problem. I said there was 3 big things that go wrong for the Raptors. Number one, it is that shooting that has caused a ton of problems here for the Raptors. Their inability to hit them is coming out consistently. Fred was 0 for 3, was very passive tonight, was picked up an injury earlier on, seemed like he was playing through it and being a bit more passive. I don't want to use that as an excuse. He was 0 for 3 from 3 and had some good looks. He did get 7 assists, but in 23 minutes, you still expect a little bit more effectiveness than just a 4-point performance from Fred. So shooting was part of it. Juancho, I've liked Juancho this season. Today I didn't. And what I haven't liked is his shooting all season. He was 0 for 5 from the field today. 0 for 4 from 3 in his 9 minutes. And you couldn't play him because the Clippers were leaving him open. This is a guy that, again, I've been a fan of this season, but this is a guy that you have signed really to help with your three-point shooting problems. He had 4 wide open looks today and didn't hit a single one. That's just, these are shots that a guy like Juancho, he's got to be hitting at least one of those. And there was a stretch at the start of the third where Juancho was wide open for a bunch. Didn't hit. Nurse had no choice but to unfortunately remove him from the game and not put him back in. And the three-point shooting, the second thing. And the third quarter where he struggled is the third thing here. Have I gone through all 3? No, that's the first thing. Second thing is definitely the third quarters. Raptors come out extremely flat in that third quarter. Again, shooting was a big part of it, but the Raptors get outscored 37-26 in that third quarter after being down by only those 4 points at halftime. So another big deal there. Kind of solved itself a little bit. I mean, not even. Even against the Cavs, the third quarter was tough. Even against the Knicks third quarter was terrible. And in the 6-game losing streak leading up to that, third quarters have been our bane for this team. And the third thing that has been a problem for the Raptors, which came out tonight, the definitive lack of rim protection that guys like Paul George exposed a little bit, but Reggie Jackson exposed big time, had a big night. Norman Powell exposed that big time. And in particular, Ivica Zubac absolutely exposed your lack of rim protection. Ivica Zubac, neat and tidy player, Solid player, good player, whatever. Respectfully, Ivica Zubac is not good enough to have no answers for. Respectfully. So 3 biggest things that come alive here that have caused the Raptors struggles this season, now at 15-19. Lack of shooting, lack of rim protection, and troubles coming out of halftime. And it's just so strange about these third quarters. Because you can't really quantify where it's going wrong. Like, what is it about these third quarters that are causing the issues? Is it Nick Nurse not making adjustments? That may be like the thing I'd guess it is the most, but nothing is super telling there. The other team adjusting and we're not making those adjustments. Is it the fatigue because we play our guys more minutes than most, or are they a bit more tired coming out for the third quarter? That seems strange to me because, you had the whole halftime to rest up. It's just hard to really put your finger on just what it is about the third quarters that give your team so many problems. Going to the box score here, Raptors spent a lot of time doubling Kawhi. He was comfortable to not do much tonight. 5 for 12 or 15 points, but that's still good. But 4 guys end on 20 plus. Zubac, as I mentioned, kills you. 7 for 13, 23 points. Not only did he have 16 rebounds, he had 10 offensive rebounds. He went to the line 12 times. Reggie Jackson, lots of interior threat, just slashed the rim with no protection there, no resistance. 20 points on 66%. Is that on 9 for 15 shooting? Is that 66? No, it's not. It's just under, but still. Paul George cooked us in the first half, quieted down second half, but the damage was done there. Norman Powell, the amount of times he got to the rim with little resistance as well. He had 22 points on 8 for 14 shooting. Siakam, like I said, started 2 for 12, makes 11 of his next, started 2 for 12, made 11 of his next 12. What a night here. 36 points, 9 rebounds. OG, solid offense. Minus 19 is a concern. He's had a couple of off games where he's just in that category for plus minus. I don't know, that's him. Maybe I'd have to focus a little bit more on that, but just like why for a guy who's such a good defender? But one of the only guys who's hitting threes for us tonight. Scotty Barnes, a much improved game again. He had a 17-point double-double with 13 rebounds, 8 assists. He's looked a lot better playing as the center for this team, which he did again today. He could not guard Zubac. He's looking a lot better offensively playing as the center, where he can post up and those hook shots are starting to come. Defensively, he's getting rebounds, but one-on-one with Zubac, he had no answer. A bad night from VanVleet. Like I said, there was injuries, but that kept him out minute-wise, but just still. You need a bit more from that. You need some of these shots to fall. That is a concern. Recently, VanVleet box scores have looked a lot better. Points have looked a lot better. Like, he has been putting up a ton of points in the last 2 weeks. People are still going to criticize him for this game and for the season. I think rightfully so for the season. The past 2 weeks, he really has picked it up. You wouldn't know it from the game today, though. On the bench, Gary Trent, another very effective game. Love that for him. Defense wasn't quite there, the minus 16. Another really good game from Flynn off the bench. 24 minutes. I think we need to consistently get him in the high 20s for minutes. His floor spacing has been great. He was 2 or 3 from 3. His craftiness has just been something we've missed in the ball handling department off the bench. I'll eat my words. I'll be the first to say with Flynn, I'm hard on him, but you got to keep playing him. He's going to be a pretty important player. Now, when we go to the team stats, you're going to see where their game has really gone wrong here. They shoot 48 and 40. We shoot 51, but 26 here. 6 for 23 from 3. The Raptors started this game, I think it was 5 of 15 from 3, and they go 1 for 8 in the second half, something along those lines. You're an NBA team in 2023, almost. That's just not good enough. You got to be able to knock down shots. You get yourself in a shootout here. The Clippers are an excellent three-point shooting team. Granted, they're a good team. You're doubling Kawhi too much, leaving guys open for 3. They're good enough to pick you apart. You're also, not defending the rim well enough. The Clippers are a good team, but you shouldn't be losing this convincingly to any team in the NBA. Go further down the team stats here. Rebounding, they out-rebounded us. The Raptors don't win the possession battle. It's always going to be hard for the Raptors to fight through that because you know how important that is to them. Turnover-wise, we're the best in the league in that department. We committed more turnovers today. Shout out to the Clippers for only committing 4 second-half turnovers. Another area where the Raptors like to feast. So, Raptors had a couple of good games, and they showed how good this team can be. This is a bad night again. There's been way too many bad nights this season, 100%. This isn't my warning call that it is time to tank. Not there yet. We've seen how quickly a win streak can turn around your season. Raptors, it doesn't look like maybe they will get it, but it is too early for me to commit to going completely south in the season. As far as the schedule coming up, 2 tough nights at home against the Grizzlies and Suns back-to-back. Then you have the Pacers and Bucks. After that, a bit lighter. Knicks, Blazers, Hornets twice, and the Hawks 6 games in a row at home in this stretch here. I think if the Raptors lose the next 2 games, it might be time to decide on if this season is worth it, but I don't think I'm quite there yet. Will say I'm getting close to it, but there's still time to really start to turn your season in the right direction. It's glaring that this team is missing shooting. It's glaring that this team needs to figure out how to get the most out of the team in the third quarters. And it's very glaring. We need a rim protector. And that is the biggest thing that this team needs. We need a rim protector. Please go get us a rim protector if you care about this season. But maybe they don't. And maybe it's too far gone. We'll have to make that decision very, very soon now. All right. That will end off this one. Please make sure you have dropped a like to support the channel. Channel content is free, always, of course, but all I ask is you drop a like to support the channel. And if you want more Raptors content just like this, please make sure you're subscribed for more from Amateur Hour.